Hi everyone, thank you for joining me for today's video. Today I'm going to talk about how to get color matched with Everyday Minerals foundations. So first, as you can see, there's a lot of colors. There's 6 different families, and each family has at least 4 colors, if not 5 or 6. So this can be a pretty daunting task if you're just starting out. And I point you to the website, the Everyday Minerals website, the community link, which goes to the forums. And under forums, there are a number of threads, and one of them is about how to get color matched with the foundations. And there's, a bunch of girls on there who are pretty good at helping people get color matched. You can upload pictures of yourself. You can talk about what kind of undertones you have and what skin type you have and that sort of thing. But I have to say that with a picture, you can even come to me. You can send me a picture of yourself if you want. I can help you get color matched. But the problem with a picture is that it's worth 1,000 words. But pictures don't always tell the whole story, because depending on the lighting, the camera, the angle, the background, your skin tone is not going to be perfectly clear to the viewer. So for someone who's never met you in person, whether it's me or a girl from Everyday Minerals, we can only give you suggestions on which one of these colors might match you. After that, it is up to you to get the samples and color match yourself. So I suggest you do that if you have no idea where to start on this big thing. If you have some idea where to start, then your guess is probably as good as ours. Okay, let me move over to the samples. Now, with the samples, you probably all know by now, you get 3 foundations, 1 concealer and 1 blush. So, with the foundations, to get color matched in as few samples as possible, I suggest that you pick one of these families and stick with one family with your first sample, and just take 3 colors out of that family. And also remember, there's 4 formulas, I think: Original Glow, Matte, Semi-Matte, and Intensive. So stick with one formula if you're going to get different colors. Otherwise, I don't think the colors change between the formulas, but just to be safe, stick with one formula. I prefer Original Glow, but it's up to you if you want, slightly more coverage or something. As an Asian, I suggest you start with the Olive family or the Buff family. I say that because these 2 colors tend to be pretty well suited towards Asians with neutral skin tones. If you are dark for an Asian, then perhaps the Warm or the Golden could work for you. I am light as an Asian, so I started with the Olives. So you pick 3 colors from that family. If you are light, then pick the lightest, second lightest, and then the one in the middle, or the third lightest. And if you are darker, then you do the opposite. You pick the darkest, the second darkest, and then the third darkest. Once you get your 3 colors, try them on, put them on. I'd like to take a Saturday and just do half of my face in one color, half of my face in a different color, and just walk around for a couple hours, and come back, look in the mirror, and see which color is still there, and wipe it off and see which color blends into my skin better. It's a matter of trying it out and seeing if it works with your skin tone. And after you figure out, the first sample is really meant to get you to figure out where you stand within a family. Are you the lightest? Are you the second lightest? Are you the third lightest, the fourth lightest, the fifth lightest, or the sixth lightest? Of course, with the Olive family is only 4 colors, so it's slightly easier. But once you figure out where you stand in one family, you can kind of interpolate a little bit. So I look good in Olive Fair and Light Olive. So I started moving off to Sunkissed Fair in the Beige family. I think Sunkissed Fair is like the 3rd lightest. I did Golden Fair, which is the 2nd lightest in the Golden family, and you can just kind of interpolate a little. It takes some guesswork, obviously, but you can just kind of move about the families with your second sample or your third sample, and that will help you hopefully find a family that works the best for your skin. I would say you should be able to color match yourself within 3 samples. If you like to just kind of poke around and explore other colors, then obviously, take your time, get like 5 or 6 samples and just try different things. Or if you really like to mix stuff, I know I definitely like to do that, so that could help too. Aside from the samples, I'm going to talk a little bit about the colors that match me, because I know like this thing, I've been waving this around, but I wouldn't trust the colors that are printed on this thing for 1 second, because they are so off. I would sooner trust the website's colors, but even those are not perfect. And I know Everyday Minerals is going to be redoing their website soon, so colors are going to be different, but I would say the samples are still your best bet. So now with me, I am a light-skinned Asian, and usually when I get colors, I usually get the lightest or the second lightest with Maybelline foundations or L'Oreal or just, so some other drugstore brands. And I would say that the colors that match me the best are Olive Fair. This matched me the best, but it was slightly light for the summertime. Light olive matched me pretty well, but it was slightly yellow. Fairly light and fairly light neutral. These are not the same colors, even though they sound so similar. Fairly light is from the beige family, and fairly light neutral is from the buff family. Fairly light is more pink than fairly light neutral. They both match me pretty well, but fairly light matches me a little bit better. And let's see, multitasking from the cool family. It's very similar to fairly light, but multitasking is a little bit pinker. But these match me pretty well. So these are the ones that match me, I would say 90% well. I have 3 that matches me okay. Light neutral, it's a little bit too yellow. Fair medium, it's a tad too pink. And Sunkissed Fair, a tad too orange. But they match me, I would say 85%. So, on a day in which I'm not a super stickler for how I look, I could put on a thin layer and you probably couldn't tell the difference. The rejects. Here's the colors that don't work on me at all. Wing butter, too yellow. Olive medium, too olive, too dark. Golden medium, too tanned. Butter tan, too tanned. So those are the colors that I have, and I have tried them. If you have questions about any of those colors, or if you want to see better pictures of them, I know my camera does not do them justice. Feel free to comment me or message me. If you have questions about any single one of them or how they compare with each other, definitely feel free to ask me. Aside from that, I wish you best of luck, and I hope that you get yourself color matched with as few samples and as little money as possible. Alright, thank you for watching.